And all of a sudden they're like, come over here. So now you got this job. You're going in for your third interview. You're going to call mom and prove to her that, you know what, mom, maybe I don't need grandma.
Yeah. I stopped doing that, though. Like, do you ever
yeah, there you go. What are we discussing here? Yeah.
Not only because you don't need to call anymore, but I used to call, and then if I didn't get the interview, like, I'd feel bad. So, like, now I've gotten to the point where I don't tell people almost anything until it's definitely going to happen.
You learn, because the first 3 interviews, you'd call everybody. And then when you don't get nothing, there's disappointment.
Yeah.
You start questioning your degree. Why did I put 4 years into this fucking degree? You read somewhere that if you have that type of degree, those careers are down 33%, when you should know in the bottom of your heart that all those numbers don't mean a fucking thing. They're always looking for somebody good. They're always looking for somebody with heart. All those numbers used to detract me, and that's all they are, is numbers to detract you. I got an email a couple months ago. You need to talk to Lee, to talk to Paula, and tell her to switch. You got that email, didn't you, to switch careers? Law is not... Listen, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. A million fucking lawyers are good. But you know what? Individuals vary. And some guy might get out and go right into a firm and fucking rock and roll, and some guy might get out and be a Humpty Dumpty.
It's definitely harder now. What do you feel about astronomy? Because, like, I have this guy who is like a family friend who will take your birthday, and no, I swear to God, he does like bad and good cycles, and there's a bunch of people that I know who really believe in it. And I got a call from one of them last week, and apparently, according to him, in 2017, I'm going to hit a bad cycle for a couple of years. And for like 4 or 5 hours, I was like, oh shit, what should I do? And then I was high, and then you were like, maybe in 2 years I might have to move. And then it was just like I was high and I was freaking out about it. And then I was like, you know what, man, I can't, like, what if? And then I started thinking, like, what if I went back to editing, and then in 2 years you get a TV show that I would have been on? Who knows? But it's just like hearing it almost.
Live your life.
It's worse knowing.
Listen, nobody, and let's get this fucking straight. Nobody can predict your fucking future.
You don't think so? No one?
Nobody could predict your future. Astrology, numerology, Santeria, the dude down the corner. Listen, that's the beautiful thing about your future. There's going to be peaks and there's going to be valleys.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm telling you. There's going to be days, man, when you're going to think about the time you paid $44 for that steak. That's how broke you're going to be. You're going to remember a specific date where you took a friend of yours out and you paid $80 for a steak. You're going to go, fuck, I wish I had that 40 back right now. That motherfucker. There's going to be peaks and valleys in this life.
Yeah.
There's things you could do as a human being to keep your percentages up. Okay?
Right.
There's things you could do, Lee. Listen, I've been hungry, and I've had too much in the refrigerator to eat. I know both ways. I grew up with money, and then I went, I hustled myself for a few years, and then I decided to get into this career. And I got to tell you something. It was the hardest first 10 years I ever had. Thank God for the friends I have, and a little bit of backbone that I have, and a little bit of thievery that I have, and extra larceny genes. I made it somehow or another. Like Bobby said, if you came to me right now and go, my son wants to get into this, I know that it's a struggle. But in anything you choose in this life, there's going to be a struggle. Whether you're a writer, whether you're a poet, okay, so you go edit tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, and you go back to editing and they give you $22 an hour and you work 40 hours a week. And then after 6 months, they get bought by Warner Brothers and they have to let go 6 editors. Is that the peak and valley that he's talking about? Then he's going to call you up and say, I predicted this. No, you're a fucking jerk off.
That's exactly, yeah.
I'm telling you as a man that you're not going to live your whole fucking career, your whole life without a downfall. It might be financial. What about if it's emotionally?
Yeah.
Okay? When you're talking about a person, do you think you're always going to be happy with Paula? Do you think you're always going to be happy with your mother? Do you think you're always going to be happy with life and where you live and your situation in life?
Yeah.
No, we're all going to have peaks and valleys at different fucking times.
I wonder if that's something bad, not bad about me, but when I heard you're going to have a bad cycle, I immediately went to money. I wonder what that must say something.
Listen, man, you have parents that are getting older.
Yeah.
God forbid, one of them has bad health. That's 3 years of bad health. Knock on wood always. Things are going to happen in this life. All right? They hit you.
Yeah.
You have the initial shock. Listen, I don't give a fuck how tough you are. I don't give a fuck if you've been shot more than Tupac. I don't give a fuck if you never loved nothing and you never been brokenhearted. When you get bad news emotionally, it takes a couple days to fucking recover for that bad news. And I tell you what, man, it's just, you could either pay me now or you could pay me later. I give you bad news, you go home, you smoke a joint, you have a drink, whatever it takes you to digest it. I don't care if you got to call in Monday and Tuesday and you don't go to work. You go to the gym, you break it down in your head, you deal with what's in front of you, and then you have a plan to attack it. And that's what I've learned from this fucking life right now. I'm no better than fucking you or smarter than you. You're college educated. There's 1,000 people listen to this that are college educated. And they're all going to tell you, it doesn't take a psychic to tell you, you're going to have peaks and valleys. Listen, I hope your life is beautiful. I hope you never have any suffering or any pain in your life. I've had pain in my life. Have I suffered? I could tell you. No, I didn't. You know what suffering is? Being McCain, getting tortured in the cave, and Donald Trump goofing on you. That's fucking suffering, all right? A bunch of Chinese people smelling like soy sauce, living around you, fucking smelling, torturing you, telling you, Dee Dee Mao, you got to put a gun in your mouth. That's suffering, okay? Thinking about your family, somebody kidnapping your child. That's fucking suffering, okay? What these kids live through when they get molested, that's fucking suffering. Me, my mom dying, who the fuck are you? I was always a piece of shit, but I adjusted, and you adjust. Let's get down to it. When I went to prison, that was no fucking big chink off my fucking armor. That was no big chink. I knew I was going to go to prison. I always knew it was in my cards. It was in my fucking cards. The divorce and the baby, as a man, it emotionally fucked me up. It emotionally fucked me up in two ways. It emotionally fucked me up with my daughter and that love. That love has to go somewhere. And it fucked me up in the emotion of trust. I inflicted so much trust in this woman. Shame on me. Shame on me. Shame on me. Shame on me.
For having that much
Shame
trust?
on me. Shame on me from the world that I came from to have that much trust in somebody that they were going to do the right thing. But I was addicted on cocaine. I didn't pay attention, and I got what I fucking had coming to me. But it was never going to happen to me. I won't get fooled again.
How long did it
I
take
won't
you to
get
recover
fooled
from
again.
it?
And guess what? When I called in February and said, call me back, and she called me back and spoke to me, I got tricked into it again. I was very nice to her. I apologized.